Hey.
What they do?
What's up, Papa Keith?
Good. Yeah. I'm back in my studio. That's good.
Yeah, me too.
I know, right? We've been road dogs, road warriors all over the place.
I know.
Miami, New York, but we getting it done.
DC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All over the place.
Yes, we've been road warriors, but we've been dedicated to this podcast, that part podcast 305. We want to welcome everybody in the room with us. Welcome to the family. When we say family, we mean that literally.
I know, right? Like,
We got
literally.
for real, for real. A lot
Hey,
of family
Jessica.
members in here. And yeah, thank y'all so much for tapping in. So this is our last episode for the series.
Mhm.
Just to explain, should I explain how this thing works? What's up, Mama? Mama Tate?
Yeah. Well, if they wanna understand it, it's our season finale. So when you think about a show or any type of series that you watch on television, this is our season series finale. But we'll
There
be
you
back.
go. We will be back. So normally how we do it is that we take a long hiatus because we do this leading up into election time. So there's no general election this year, but there is some local elections that are happening on Tuesday. We
Yes.
have the city of Miami and a few others in the state of Florida that are happening this Tuesday. So we align the show because this is a political podcast. I'm actually sipping because Tantas asked me what I'm sipping. I'm sipping on Sir Brock Sir something. It's Beyonce's
Oh,
whiskey.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Beyonce
wow.
has a whiskey. I know I'm pronouncing the name wrong. It's Sir something. You know,
Is it good?
um, it's good. It's better than
Sir
that shit I
David.
gave you last time.
Of course, the Beehive. Derica is queen of the Beehive. Of course she know.
Thank you, our show producer, Derica. Sir Davis. That's what I'm sipping on right now.
Oh, I
So I
wanna
thought,
try that.
yeah, and I just figured it was our last show, so I was either gonna have Blue Label or that, so I decided to go with this. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Hi,
I was
Kiki
like,
La La.
I'm sipping on wine.
Good for you.
So
We
that already let
vibing
y'all know what
tonight.
type of energy we finna be on today.
Oh yeah. So pretty much, I know I'm all over the place, but bear with us. It's our last show, so we having fun. We unorthodox today. Uh, so we take a long hiatus after just before the election, and the next time that we would be on, traditionally, like how we've done it for the last 2 years, is that we start back Juneteenth that Wednesday.
Mhm,
So whatever Wednesday in Juneteenth is when we start back. But because we've gotten so much rave reviews, and every time we
mhm.
do a special show, people be like, damn, getting all excited, whether it's Godfrey, whether it's the music live edition that we did, we just keep creating and innovating and finding different things to bring to y'all. But we want to know that you can appreciate it, right? So we're realizing that you guys are really appreciating, the special programming that we're doing. So we have made a decision to have some special shows, you know, throughout. We're not
Yes.
committing to every Wednesday. We're not committing to once a month. We'll just announce it, put it out there, invite y'all when we have something good.
Yes.
Right?
So, yeah. So just be on the lookout. Make sure y'all following us on social media. That Part Podcast Instagram page. Is it 305? That Part Podcast 305 on
Yeah,
Instagram.
it is. Mhm.
And then also too following me and Papa Keith's pages and our brand pages like Just Vote Period and High Low News. We're always
Appreciate
collabing.
that.
So if you're following us on social, you'll definitely stay up to date. So y'all don't want to miss that because we're gonna do some fun stuff in person and some fun episodes with some
We
special
are.
guests.
We are. Shout out to Rotimi. Rotimi
Timmy
literally
did.
just,
You talk about Dre from Power?
yeah, I'll show you. I literally
What
you
he
see,
did?
he just said,
Yeah.
keep killing it, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Because
I'm so jet.
I blast to everyone,
You do?
you know. Yeah.
You sent our show to Rotimi?
Yes. All
Are
kind of
you
people be watching. People be watching, yo. Dead ass. People be watching.
look, every
I
show is
I
crazy.
I interviewed, what's up, Isis? I interviewed Khaled the other day.
Oh,
And
you did?
this is a shock to me. I did it for the station. He was at the One Link Music Festival. So I went to his trailer and talked to him and ended up doing an impromptu interview then, right? I
Mhm.
can't with you. Boots on the ground.
No, I was
So,
just hot.
oh, okay. I ain't know what's going on. So I'm interviewing Khaled and we talking, and he says, yo, you know how you talk, yo, Papa, yo, I see everything you got going on. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you doing a political podcast. I'm like, what? I
DJ
saw the
Khaled don't
interview.
see us.
Yes, he has. And mentioned some other interview I did with Mr. Vegas where he spoke about an interaction with him and Khaled. He saw that. So they be tapped in. Shout out to
They
Rotimi if you
do.
tapped in. I appreciate you, brother. You're a king.
Yes. Hey, Rotimi. What's up?
Shout out to Vic from Nomi Village. First time
Hey,
tuning
Vic.
in. Yeah, man.
Yay.
Welcome to the family, Vic. Well, I seen Vic the other night, man. Anybody, I consider anybody in here family right now. If you know, I always be posting about the improv. I'm like
Mhm.
the unofficial king of improv. All right. So if you
Oh,
guys
you
want to
really
hang out with
are.
me, if you guys want to get your laugh on, because that's where I get my release from, right? So I do all this stuff and entertain and interview people. So my piece and where I go, my happy place is the comedy club, specifically
I love
improv.
it.
Either
Yeah.
one, Daniel or the one in
Doral.
Doral, right? So either one of those you'll catch me. So I'm there all the time. If you guys ever see a comedian that you want, please DM me, please ask me, and you will more than welcome to be my guest. These are the perks of following us. These are the perks of
First of all, don't
being
tell
loyal.
everybody because I could barely sit next to you all as is when I get my invites.
Nah, we gonna fix that. We gonna fix. I be having my little spot though, all the time. That little spot
I
in the
know.
corner. I
I
just
don't I
love
don't
it.
get to sit over there, y'all. Papa Keith don't let me sit
That's
over there.
not true.
I gotta
That's
sit
not
with the
true.
commoners.
No, that's not true. Because the last time it was me and Sassy, and we had a chair for you, but you had a homegirl with you. Your rude little friend was with you the last time.
She was That was rude.
Oh, she was so rude.
Are you
No,
serious?
she's a sweetheart, but like, yeah, remember we was outside talking to Godfrey, and I was speaking, and she just pushed my hand away, and you even looked at me like I'm so sorry.
I don't even remember that. We were really drunk. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because
Well,
that's not even her. That's not
that's
even
what I
her. Maybe that was her drunk self.
right. Well, listen, that's how honestly, that's how I process things, right? Like to avoid myself from overreacting in situations, I always think back like I always think for like what it could have been versus, the ultimate,
Oh no, I gotta get her
disrespect.
ass together. Be like, girl, do you? That's how out of it I was
Yeah, yeah.
because I don't
That's,
even remember
she
that. So we
invited me
were
to an
drunk.
event Sunday, and I was like, hell no, I ain't going to. But
Oh,
she's cool.
I'm
She's
gonna cut
cool.
this and send it to
All
her.
right. But she cool. She cool. She cool. I just I took it under that as well. Like, oh, she had a lot to drink and was
We were a
vibing,
little
so it's
litty.
all good.
We had a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So thank you. I'm
All good.
apologizing on the behalf of me and Boleg, and
Nah, you good. You good.
we
You
were
good.
litty. But yeah, we got to know how to
Yeah.
control our alcohol.
Yeah, man. So yeah, so those are some of the perks, going to concerts, going to the improv, joining us and at different events. For instance, I know I'm doing a long intro here, but it's our last show. We don't care. So for the next 2 weekends, Janey and I are booked and busy, but we're gonna be at 2 free events, but we're gonna have our tent set up. And we're inviting you to the events, and if you happen to come by, stop by, we'll have chairs and we'll have a vibe going on there and join us. So we're going to be at Karaoke in the Gardens
Yes.
this Saturday from 4 p.m. until 11, right? And that's at
Mhm,
Rolling Oaks Park in Miami Gardens. They
mhm.
have some performances, right, JT?
Case and cut close.
Boom, are performing
R&B
live. So
stars,
yes,
and of course
family,
the karaoke.
yes, family event. I'm gonna invite my mom, my family, to come out. Yeah, yeah. So it's that kind of vibe, chill vibes, whatever. Then the weekend after that, we had Jazz in the Heights, right?
Yes.
Right. The week
Commissioner
after that,
Keone McGee's event.
yes, Keone McGee's event will be there. So you can join us out there. Same setup. We'll be out there with our tents and vibing and come hang out with us. Come stop by, get some free merch, from Hilo News, Just Vote, period. We got fans and all of that. And we got Big Al joining us as well. He's got t-shirts and shades and all kind of cool stuff that y'all could get. So be sure to pull up on us, Hilo News, Just Vote, period. We are definitely keeping our forces combined right through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it's definitely gonna be a great time this weekend and next. And you know what? We can get right into the show. Like what we gonna be doing like the best of. Y'all ever watch those episodes on TV and they give y'all the clips and all the good things? Also, too, we're gonna give y'all our real unfiltered thoughts on these episodes
Yeah.
as well. So and we want to hear from y'all too in the comments because a lot of y'all been rocking with us all season long. So I want to know what you thought about the episodes as well.
Yeah.
What you like, what you didn't like, what was funny, what was insightful. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
get into it.
All right. So first, we're gonna go into our favorite moments with our first week highlight, the series premiere, where we had Senator Dwight Bullard. He talked about the proposed Miami-Dade County budget. Says the city should prioritize transportation, and also mentioned about the highest paid staffers in relation to the Miami-Dade County budget. We also had on Mr. Tony White, the president of United Teachers of Dade. He talked about the schools, vacancies and low turnout in schools and stuff like that. So let's dive into that to get this started. The best of That Part Podcast 305.
Or what should be top priorities you believe should be reflected in this year's budget?
I think we need to make a deeper investment in public transportation. Our county, our county in comparison to other southern major cities, in comparison to larger municipalities writ large, has one of the poorest public transportation systems in the country. Not poor in terms of necessarily money, but I mean poor in terms of infrastructure. New York spends almost $19 billion on their public transportation system.
A year?
Yeah. Now I just told you our budget's $13 billion. I'm not saying we're anywhere near there. You're talking about, 4 times as many people, different dynamics. I totally get that. But I will give you this breakdown. I want to say it was about 3 years ago. We were spending about $214 million on our buses and trains. By comparison, we were spending almost $1.6 billion on law enforcement and jails. What I'm saying to you simply is the math ain't mathing, right? That if you want to be serious about how people get to work, how people then, out of lack of desperation, right, start to commit fewer crimes or involved in less things, it really begins with public transportation. You're seeing now in the mayoral debate in New York, one of the candidates talking about free buses. He's not saying it because he's like trying to just give away money. He recognizes that the standard of life changes for people who do not have access to cars when you create a system, when government is generative enough to create something that allows people to get from point A to point B. And for a county like ours, where we're pushing things further out west, further down south, and further up north, if you do not have some sort of responsive public transit system that meets the needs of the community, you're going to be out of whack.
Come on now, Senator Dwight Bullard. Are we going to play the vaccine?
What are some things that people just put in?
When we talk about children, we're talking about the most innocent, the most vulnerable, who we should all be protecting. As a teachers union, what we do is we make sure that children are safe, well, and nourished, right? And they try to distract from those things. When you talk about vaccinations themselves, it is utterly ridiculous for anybody to say that vaccinations have not been a big part of the sustainment of our society for years and years and years. We remember rubella. We remember the Spanish flu. We got all these diseases, mumps, rubella, whooping cough, chicken pox, that vaccines have kind of almost wiped off the map to a certain degree because, there's a such thing known as herd immunity. when the majority of percentage of people have a vaccine, it actually protects those that don't have a vaccine, right? Because we can prevent those things from taking place. But these people are simply disregarding science and disregarding everything that we have come to believe over the last 50, 60 years or so.
Those are great guesses. Vaccines are bullshit. Oh, okay. HHS. Okay, y'all getting it started in the comments. I don't believe vaccines are BS, and I'm glad that the guy, I can't remember his name now, from United Teachers of Dade. I'm glad that he, broke that down about herd immunity. Um, PK, if you unmute yourself, we could have the conversation.
I know I was having a whole. I was, first of all, I call him Ja Rule's daddy because of his voice. Where would I be without my baby?
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with
He
you?
was giving me Ja Rule, JT money. That's my guy though, Mr. White. Shout out to him, man. Good
Hell
dude.
nah. No, but I mean, kids are getting sick and dying from these things that we cured 100 years ago. Like, come on, y'all. And anti-vaxxers, yeah, I hear what y'all saying, but
But that's
we
why it should
also,
just be a choice.
yeah,
It should
it
just
should
be a
it should
choice.
to be up to the person. But here's the other, but I mean, it is a choice. You don't have to put your kid in public school. You could homeschool your child, but we decided as a society that we want vaccines and we want to not die from things that have been cured decades ago. So you do have a choice. You always have a choice. You just don't, you may not like the choice, but because the inverse of that is my child has to go be around your little nasty child
Why they gotta be
and
nasty though?
if infected child, and now they got yellow fever. Now they got all the other things. What's the things? Rubella,
Chicken
jaundice,
pox.
all these. What is the Spanish flu? All these things that don't got cured decades ago. Why my great grandma and my baby got the same diseases? That don't even make no sense. Why the slaves and the new babies born in 2025 got the same things? Because y'all don't want to vaccine y'all child.
That
So you
ain't
do
right.
have a
That ain't
choice.
right.
You have a choice, but don't. I just feel like sometimes people feel like we have. I mean, democracy. We have that for a reason. The majority rules. If the majority wants this, you can't just then force your child to come sit with my child. We decided as a group that this ain't what we wanted.
Yeah.
Now, look, go start your own society then. I don't I don't want jaundice.
Oh, let me line up this next one before.
We ain't talking about Dwight.
Oh, my bad. You right. Shout out to Dwight Bullard, friend of the show, friend of us. Always a pleasure to have him on. He's a repeat offender on our show for great reason. He's a wealth. He's a wealth of information. You know what I mean, and when it comes to politics, especially so, because it's a political show, he's a go-to guy. So always good to have him on. He was talking about the Miami-Dade County budget. We actually had to follow with the actual mayor. And I think we did say that we were gonna. Hopefully, we have the clip coming, but we did say we were
Yeah,
gonna give
when we
that
get to
extra
her
promotion.
episode.
Right.
But he
But
was talking about transportation.
yeah, he
And I
was.
felt like I'm glad he broke it down like that and to show the comparison of what we spend on law enforcement versus transportation. And for Miami to be a world-class city and to have such shitty transportation is just not right. And I'm hoping that more people wake up and start demanding more of our elected officials to make sure that we have better transportation, because he's right. It becomes a poverty or a issue, because if you can't get to work, if you live on one part of the county and it takes you 2 hours to get there, Like it kind of like either keeps you from wanting to get a job. Say if you want to work in downtown Miami, if you lived in North Dade or West Dade or South Dade, you may be apprehensive to take that job or even apply for that better paying job because if you don't have viable means of transportation, if you can't afford a car. And so in cities like a Chicago, like a LA or New York, you're able to do that because they have better transit. But in Miami, you're almost kind of like forced to working wherever you are or just be on a bus for 3 hours in a metro rail or public transportation for that long because you can't afford a car. Like to me, it's not fair. And I think the way we prioritize our transportation budget needs to be looked at. And also too, fucking traffic in Miami sucks. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Too many cars, not enough lanes. And is the bane of my existence. I hate driving in Miami right now. It sucks.
What's your worst road? What's your worst road to drive on in Miami? Would you say
95?
All right,
And
it's
roll
441 for me. I hate 441.
441. Well, if we talk about roads, honestly, for me, because that's where my apartment is near, it's State Road 7. So I guess that's 441. But it's on the other side. It's 7th Avenue. Like I hate it gets so congested over there by the Golden Glaze Exchange. And it could take a 2-minute drive could take me 20 minutes during rush hour because it's just not moving. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've been late to a couple of my podcasts because I'm just sitting in traffic, melting away, going crazy, just sitting, sucking up car fumes. And yes, I have an AC, but it just makes me feel that way.
Yep.
I cannot stand it at all.
And I love the way how he, like you said, he drew the correlation of like, well, if you wonder if you spend so much on crime, but if you gave people options to get to work, maybe that would definitely, so the money that you're spending on law enforcement, you wouldn't have to spend so much if you shift that money and spend it on transportation to help people, have the ability to have to go to jobs.
I wish our transportation was better. I know like when one year we were in New York and we wanted to go to I don't know, the team that play in Brooklyn. We wanted to go to that basketball game. And so instead of driving down there, we actually had our car with us. We took the train and it was so quick and so easy. And it literally dropped us right off in front of the arena, and where we had to walk maybe 2 blocks from our hotel to get there. I was like,
yeah,
this
you
is
got
so
off at
cool.
you probably got off at Atlantic if it was in the Brooklyn arena in the arena.
Yeah, is it the Nets?
The Nets played at Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, we got off
Atlantic.
Right. It dropped us right off at the door. I would love to do something like that in Miami where I'm like, just park somewhere, walk a few blocks and get there. Like during Art Basel, what I was doing, I would park in Overtown and Uber over, but I wish it was like a train or something that I could take to get over in there. I would do that so I wouldn't have to deal with parking. But traffic sucks in Miami and public transportation sucks. And I'm still trying to figure out what's the reason.
Yeah.
Why? Spend the money where I need to go.
That part. And we'll probably we'll hear from the mayor with the actual budget. That should be coming up. All right. Let's go to our week 2 highlight. We tackle the conversation of prostate cancer for the Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. That's Janey. You allowed us to kind of take over one of the episodes.
Let the fellas have it.
Yeah, for us to do a barbershop talk where we had Senator Chevron Jones talk about his dad having colon cancer. Dexter Bridgman shares a personal story with him having prostate cancer. My brother, the White Bullet, was in the building, like I said, and and I talked about the struggles of getting Black men to the doctor and why they're hesitant of going or why they should go. So we ready to roll that?
One of the cleaners at the cleaner at the house told my mom, she said that, I don't know what's going on, but in your husband's bathroom there's like blood on the floor. And my dad was having an eyesight problem at the time. And it wasn't until my mom went to my dad was like, yo, like what's going on? You need to go to the doctor. Went to the doctor, bladder cancer. Had
Mm.
not, wasn't getting checkup or anything of that nature. And they started treating it, and they were treating to the point to where he had to get the surgery. And we've been dealing with this for 7 years now. And so just today, well, 2 months ago, excuse me, almost a year ago, they put him on this chemo treatment, and he was fine. About a month ago, the cancer came back, but it was because he had go to 6 months. So this morning, I had to take him to get another treatment. But if my dad, if the cleaning lady at the time didn't say anything, then that could have gone a totally different way.
Yeah, it goes back to this notion of us being strong.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so challenging to get our men to go to the doctor?
It's several things, Janey, to be quite honest with you. It's a hassle. You make an appointment for 1 o'clock, you're not seeing that doctor till like 2 an hour later or so. Let's just face it. The other thing, let's face it, not a lot of people or everybody have insurance. So affordability is going to be an issue of why some men don't go see the doctor. Then we have the Tuskegee experiment, that kind of looms over our Black heritage and culture over the years, just not trusting doctors, not believing them, thinking that they're trying to put us on things that we don't need, and thinking that going to the doctor will cause us to be more sick than we came in, right? And then one thing I brought up even in the barbershop conversation is pride. Pride,
Yeah.
like, twofolded. Pride of just, I'm good, I'm straight, I don't need no doctor, I'm gonna course correct anything that I know my body, I'll figure it out, I'll drink ginger ale, like how we spoke about. And then the other part of it is that fear. That's the one we don't talk about, right? Fear. A lot of us have fears of going to the doctor, because if I don't know what's wrong with me, right, then I can move in that ignorance and be like, oh, whatever, until it reaches to a point when it might be too late, or I have to go to the emergency room, right? Because knowing now, what am I going to do with that information? Now I know I have prostate cancer. Now I don't want to know that I have prostate cancer, because now that's going to uproot my life.
That was deep.
Facts. I mean, I'm talking from experience.
Yeah.
I'm talking from my own experience. Sometimes, we choose to ignore things or be ignorant to things so we don't have to deal with it. It may not be the best way, and we grow and we learn. I've grown, I've learned, but it's a lot of men's realities. It's a lot of people's realities. You know what I mean?
No, it is. Especially like you said, for Black people, I think Black women, we just kind of push through those fears and go. But we have those same fears. Please know. We think that maybe we're going to be over medicated or not. Our concerns aren't going to be heard, or the things that we have to endure to the reality of what could be diagnosed. But I wonder what it is in us that we're like, yeah, we're afraid, but we're gonna go anyway. And then Black men are just like, nah, I'm not finna do it. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what that is in y'all psyche that just make y'all say, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Because I think the hardest thing for us to swallow is like thinking about not being able to provide, not being able to function, like that weighs heavy on men. You know what I mean? That weighs heavy
I never
on
think
us.
of it like that.
So, like, for instance, like, we can say this, and of course it could change, but it's almost like if I can't provide and if I can't like do something, then it's almost like I'd rather be dead. Like, me having to imagine sitting in a hospital bed or sitting in a bed in my home, I can't move or do anything, and my family and friends have to like do everything for me. Oh my gosh, I can't even like fathom that.
Wow, you know what? I think just some personal stuff that's going on, and that just hit me in a different way, because I think because as a Black woman, the duality of taking care of home but taking care of family is just what you do, right? So even if the thought of to me it's like, if I get too sick, then I'm going to not be able to be here for them, so I got to take care of this and figure it out. I didn't realize how much of your identity is tied to providing. And even though I know that in theory, but to really feel that I provide, and
Right.
if being sick is going to make me not be able to provide, I don't even want to go and know what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah, it's wild.
but to us who love y'all, we're like, no, we can catch it early. Give me some of the weight. I could carry it for
but
you. I don't
but
want to
that
lose you. I don't
but
want to lose
that's
you,
what
black man.
that's what we need. And I
Mm,
can't talk on behalf of all men, but I'm gonna say this. That's what we need, Janey. We need you. We need our black women. We need y'all to do that. You understand what I'm saying? To do that. And that's why I cringe, sometimes to see, and I don't want to get on my Kevin Samuels, but when I see women who go on social media or just make everything about them. Yes, you want the nice things, but like it's almost like if you invest in my health first, you know what I mean? That's the thing that allows me to make money and be great and do all the things that you like. You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
if you're not invested in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, honey, you gaining some weight. Oh, you need to tighten up. Like, I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm gonna take it as exactly that. You're invested in my health and my longevity. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna feel like, okay, when I ain't popping, you're just gonna Tarzan me. You're just gonna jump on
Mm.
another vine, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm,
But
looking to get what you need to get.
do y'all need us because we see y'all as Superman? And let's be for
We
real.
not.
I'm gonna be biased in this. Black
Mm.
men are kings. Like y'all are amazing. If a black woman love a black man, just know we love y'all down. We love y'all deep, and we see y'all as like Superman, right? Like y'all, like nothing can hurt y'all. So is it more so? I think, and I'll speak for myself personally. I mean, for my own self, I'm not going to like overstep and be like, let me kind of like baby you in a sense. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, but do y'all really need us to be like, baby? Let me
Yes.
pull you by the arm. We
Yes.
going to do this. Like,
Yes.
ain't
Because
no. Let's go.
because it's
I'm
that
setting
important.
the thing. So so we us telling you is not enough. We gotta damn near
No.
be like, fuck that. We
Right.
taking a day off. I'm doing like we doing this together.
Chirac, don't give them no poom poom until they pay attention to what you're saying. Like
We're not
it's
doing
that
that.
serious. No, meaning that it should be taken with that same seriousness. You know what I mean? The same way if you want to go to Beyonce concert, you put that pressure on them, like, yo, come on, please. I need, like, let's go. Come on, baby. I want to, like, that
But not
same
even
type
pressure.
pressure.
Y'all need us to actually make the appointment and go with you. Is
Oh,
that
that's a gem of a woman. If if you're in that
mm,
type of relationship, that's a gem of a woman. Honey, I made the appointment for you already. We're gonna follow. We're gonna follow suit. Of course. That is
mm.
amazing. Shout out to Vic. He said, cannot stress enough the importance of a minimum annual checkup to include complete blood work. Vic, I do that. If you have any illness more than 3 days straight, go to the ER, rather know than wait. Great
That
advice,
part.
Vic. I would say
Thank you, Vic.
5 days versus the 3, but I'm with you all the way, brother.
Look at
Thank you
you.
so much. Because,
I say 2 days.
well,
If
listen,
it
y'all
ain't
got
gone
some
in
good
2 days.
insurance. Y'all got some good insurance, man. I ain't running my thing up, man. 5 days, and I know, like, yeah, 5 days. Sometimes, because I'm
That's what I
Caribbean, I
miss
be trying
about
to
the
beat it
Northeast.
in 3 days,
Yes.
like white
No,
rum
I feel
and
like
lemon
it's
and
2 days.
honey.
If it's still that same intensity, something broke. Gotta go.
Oh man, you want me to keep going or you want to do the next one? Or
Yeah, you can keep it going.
all right, so week number 3, our highlight was Robert Piguero, an
I like
Afro
him.
Latino candidate for Senate, right? Yeah, I think it was
Congress.
Congress. Thank you,
U.S. Congress.
Congress. Yes. Robin
He was
talked
cool.
about what's being said inside the Hispanic community after the Trump election. He's also running against Maria Salazar, who's currently in that position. Bright young guy.
I like
I'm
him.
going to let this interview speak for itself and we'll tap in after. Let's
Oh,
go.
Robin, you from Hialeah, right? You from Miami. We gonna keep it Miami, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
We know the relationship between the Hispanic and Black community in Miami. Sometimes we love each other, sometimes it's not so great. The
Right.
thing that we have been seeing, especially as Black Miamians, and when we see the I will vote for Donald Trump and the people in the Hispanic Republicans that went so hard for him, and then on the inverse of that, and all of these executive orders and things that President Trump has put out there that negatively affected this community. To me, there's like And I feel like you could have this conversation because I feel like you play in both worlds, and I actually really respect and love the fact that you are claiming both, Black and Hispanic. Robin, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about in the community? Because a big part of why we got people like Congresswoman Salazar is because of the Hispanic Republican vote in Miami-Dade County that voted for people like this, that voted for President Trump, and that they voted against their own best interest and self-interest. What are you guys saying now within your community? Is there a come to Jesus moment, or is the community saying, "Yo, we made a mistake. We thought it was sweet over here, but we actually are not benefiting in the way that we thought we would." To me, associating with whiteness. What are you saying within the community? I would love to know that. And then also, too, what are you doing to reach on the other side of the aisle for those people who voted in that way? I feel like you could give us a little bit of inside baseball because we trying to figure out, because we with y'all. We've been with y'all shooting in the gym. Absolutely. Like we stand on the civil rights line with y'all, and it kind of felt like the Hispanic community turned their backs on us. So I want to know what y'all talking about.
Derica, do we have his answer teed up? Because he actually had a really, really great answer. Okay.
That's the same one. He did.
The biggest challenges facing Florida District 27 right now that aren't being addressed under the current leadership?
Yeah. And so I think, the fact, again, that people are losing their health care is quite crazy to me, that this is what the government did affirmatively, right? As opposed to getting back to the basics. They gotta, the government's getting way too big, right? They want to fit in our doctor's offices and tell us about what medical decisions we can make. They want to ban Tylenol and vaccinations when that used to be for us, between us and our doctor, right? Way too big government to fit in the doctor's room, way too big to fit in our private bedrooms, to fit in the bathroom. They to fit in our schools, telling us what books to read and what not to read. Just stay out of it, right? Let folks, families deal with it on their own, deal with it with their clergy, with their doctors. Like, we don't need the government involved in that. What they need to be involved in is providing a social safety net for folks so that we don't have people who are, so concerned about homelessness. Well, yeah, let's build more houses, right? Let's get more affordable houses out there. We're so concerned, about, all these things, education. Okay, let's invest in our public schools. That's what the government should be focusing on instead of the petty culture fights and wars that people like Governor DeSantis and President Trump are focusing on, right? And so I think that's the...
Yeah, man, that guy is sharp.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Yeah, can't vote for him, but he's sharp.
I know, if you live in his district, definitely vote for him. I was trying to find his answer, but maybe we should repost that, like the actual answer to the Hispanic community one, because it was really insightful. And what I say, yes, what I remember, what I remember him saying, he said something to the effect of, like, people are having these conversations and, having some bit of buyer's remorse. But what he was saying also too, that I liked, he was like, somebody like me is going to have grace. I'm not going to throw it in their face. I'm not going to try to make them feel silly or feel stupid for a choice that they made and they actually, in their heart believed in. But he was like, we do have to have this conversation amongst ourselves as a community. And I like the way he had grace about it, but also too was like, but we've got to have some truths about what actually happened. And also too, he even spoke a little bit too about like unity between Black and the Hispanic community, especially here in Miami, and what that could look like for us. So for me, to me, that's the type of candidate that you want, somebody who's about unity. Also felt like too, during our campaign season, election season last year, it felt like it was too much. They doing this, they doing this, they doing this. He did a little bit of that, but he also was like, this is what I'm going to bring to the table. This is what I think we should do. This is what people are saying to me and what I want to address. And I really like that. He was like a breath of fresh air to me. Like it felt like he felt like a real person that just actually wanted to run for government and run for office and want to actually do something to affect change in their community. And granted, we don't know anybody at their core. However, from the representative that he put forward, I will bet my money on him if I was in his district. Like, I liked how he presented, the energy he had, and the unity that he was looking for, like he wanted to represent.
The Black and Hispanics. I like
Um
that.
Derica actually found our producer Derica, she's amazing. She actually found his answer to the clip. So can we play that, PK?
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it. Derica.
Acts on us. So I want to know what y'all talking about. What y'all talking about at the kitchen
Yeah,
table?
no, absolutely. So what I'm hearing, people have buyer's remorse, right? There's a story every day in the Miami Herald about a family being torn apart. They're crying. They're saying, I voted for Trump and my husband, my daughter, whoever is being deported, right? And unfortunately, right, it was a little bit of I didn't think it would affect us, right? I think there's something that goes on with the president where he says a bunch of BS and people, for whatever reason, don't believe him. They think he isn't being serious, that he's joking around. He has, Teflon Don, I guess, is what he's kind of known as. He has this thing where, he says crazy things and people think, oh, only half of it is true. And now they're waking up and realizing, no, when they speak, listen, right? He's showing you who he is. And unfortunately, no, we had to have an election, another election, for people to experience that and realize that. But they have buyer's remorse. They are realizing it, that they are, they're not immune, right? That this president wasn't going to protect them, that he has this worldview, him and Stephen Miller in the White House, that this is a nation that isn't bound by an idea. Like, that's what makes us Americans, right? It's that we all agree with democracy and freedom and equality. We all come from different parts, but we all believe the same things. We're the first country to be founded not around a national identity, but around a beautiful idea that we hold true. He thinks it's still, or it should be, around a single race or ethnicity, right? And they're trying to remake this country to get rid of folks who don't fit into that story. And so that's what we're talking about. That's what I'm telling them, right? And you said, how do I reach out to them? Not by shaming them, right? People get defensive, right? If you tell them they, did the wrong thing. Because ultimately what I think is that he lied. He betrayed them, right? He said, again, that he was going to focus on the economy from day one. He said on day one, prices are going to go down. No, they're way up, right? He said on day one, we're going to end all the wars, right? Ukraine and Gaza. Of course, those are still raging, right? The man is a pathological liar. People are realizing it. And I think that, when you look at the polls, you saw that immigration, he was polling, it was his top issue, right? And you saw the Latinos even polling very much in favor of him. And then they swung in the last election. They've regressed back to the mean. All the polls are showing that Latinos are back to where they were before, that immigration is a horrible issue for him, that he's underwater. And so people really are starting to wake up to that fact. And I'm hoping that my candidacy can help sort of, bring people together, right? Because it's okay that you may have voted for him in the past. We have the opportunity now to limit the damage in his last 2 years of his presidency. We want your vote, right? We don't want you to either stay home or feel jaded or feel upset. Like, you can still do something about it, because the moment that we feel like we can't, we're going to fade even more into authoritarianism. And we got a democracy that we got to fight for. We got to fight for this country, because I love this country and I believe in it. It's led to so many opportunities for me. What happens here, what happened to me going to college and law school would never have been possible if my parents stayed in their really, really poor towns in Ecuador and the Dominican Republic.
I love
Was
that.
a good response. Thanks for finding that, Derica.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. For real. Good stuff, Janey. Good stuff. Great questions. You were nailing the questions this year. I mean, this series as well.
Thank you
Nailing
so
them.
much. That means so much to me. Oh, thank you.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Though. All right, we're gonna go to week number 4.
No,
We
5.
talking
No?
5? No, 4.
Oh, 4?
4.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
We talking the Congressional Black Caucus. Topic Keith and Janey's favorite moments and what the caucus could have done better. Now, I can't wait to talk after this.
That part.
And relive it. Let's go.
Caucuses in federal government, and even they exist too on the state level as well. But they essentially advocate for the needs of whatever that group is. And so they also too work together on different initiatives and bills and things like that. And I'm giving you very much a generic explanation of it, but it's pretty much like, for the lack of better words, we're the Blacks and we're going to advocate for the Blacks, and we want to pass laws for the Blacks, and we want to amplify the Blacks, and we want to convene with the Blacks. And you kind of need that sometime within government, because sometimes that's how groups get overlooked. And so caucuses allow you to be able to do that. And so the Congressional Black Caucus Annual Legislative Conference is a conference they've been doing for 50 years to highlight legislative issues that are going on that year, things that they're focused on, things that they want the community to know. And it's an interesting intersection of different industries that come to this conference. So you'll see a lot of people in the nonprofit space, of course, the government and political space, but you may, you'll see media there. You may also see businesses there, business owners and entrepreneurs or big brands, because of the government contracting and maybe, supporting campaigns of elected officials that you want to win. So you see a lot of intersection of business, nonprofit, government, and politics in one place. And I would say, just for someone who is in, I would say in business, or if you're working at nonprofit space, or if you're trying to get into government, you definitely want to come to the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus, and I was hoping that that we could have had that energy at the Congressional Black Caucus this year, especially knowing what we all, like, if that's not what it's been in the past, that's fine. But this year, you get what I'm saying? Like, we could have changed it up a little bit.
Well, that's the problem, is that I think too much effort's going to pointing the finger. Like, honestly, I'm exhausted with people showing me what Trump is doing. Like
we can see what he's doing.
Surprised, though. We still like, why are you still in that state? I'd rather you show me what you're doing. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't show me Trump no more. Show me what you're doing. Show me, what you're doing to move that needle, help move that needle. And maybe that'll encourage me and others to want to, like, connect with that. But if everything that you're sending me is like, it comes across like you're just a tattletale, or you're just complaining and whining about things versus just doing stuff. Like, I don't have all the answers. I'll be the first to tell you that.
No, it is.
But this podcast is the example of what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm collecting information, and I'm bringing it back to your ass, and I'm talking to you about it in layman's terms, a way you could digest and understand. That's what I'm doing weekly for no money, using our own money to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got a producer that's pushing buttons on this show for us right now. And she's amazing. But it's to my point, like, you don't see me, look at this, like, come on, stop. Like,
Bringing it to your ass.
I know, right?
PK, after a few
what's up?
weeks of being removed from Congressional Black Caucus, what do you think of it? Like, what are your views of it?
Listen, it's probably one of the most exciting times I've had for a long time. I'm at a stage in my life, and I don't want to sound bad, but very little impresses me, because I've had so much experience, more from the entertainment side, and a bit of travel and stuff like that. So nothing really excites me, or I enjoy experiences. That excited me, because I don't think I've ever been in a space of non-entertainment or musical Black excellence.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I've been to the Rolling Louds, I've been to the this, the that, the award shows, BT Awards, this, that, everything, but it's always entertainment. It's always music related, right? I mean, everybody up on that stage, nobody could sing a note.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? But they were Black, beautiful, and powerful based on politics. And because this is my new love, it was exciting for me. I've never had that experience before. So I really appreciated the Black Caucus, just to see all that Black excellence. And there were other actors and entertainers that were there, but we were the spectators, in the sense of watching, these different congressmen and women talk and address us, and watching the former vice president Kamala Harris be awarded, and all those different things. That was huge for me.
Oh, that's what's up. I feel that. It definitely makes you leave out of there feeling like proud to be black, and you definitely feel like an air, a power, like
Mhm.
leaving an event like that. We expressed our gripes. We felt like there are some things that they could do better, definitely
Yes.
to reach the community and just have a more unified agenda. But the overall feeling of like black excellence, like that's something too
Hmm.
that's something that shouldn't be discredited either.
Yeah, and
Like
what and watching all those major brands bow down in a sense,
mm,
because
mhm,
from our level, you won't really feel it like that. Like you go support. I don't support McDonald's personally. I just don't eat that stuff. But you go to McDonald's and may not get the best customer service, but you don't really quite understand how McDonald's could be serving you as a people. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to the Congressional Black Caucus and they have like just a list of corporate sponsors that are like sponsoring stuff or paying homage or supporting it because they feel that us in that type of collective is that important. You see what I'm
mhm,
saying? So even that part was huge for me too. I've seen big concerts that don't have those type of sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So it was like, oh my gosh, well, even iHeart Radio was a sponsor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So that was dope. It was dope. And it was great to be in DC, Chocolate City. Great to see some familiar faces. Janey got invited to the 305 party. And I, became a plus one. So I had that great experience seeing people who I know back home here in South Florida, politicians and such, connecting with them, networking, them seeing me there. I know it was a big deal since my run from commissioner. People are giving me a lot more respect and understanding that I'm serious about this. So I appreciated that. And just the education you were able to give me, because even the first clip, you explaining what the caucus is all about. I didn't know. I went into it blindly. I got invited by Sheila McCormick, um, Sheila Chevrolet
Sherfulus
McCormick.
McCormick. I got her name
McCormick.
down now. Congresswoman, yo mama.
Big shout out to her, and I want to thank her, so much, for that opportunity. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be there. All right, scale from 1 to 10, how effective do you think the caucuses are? 1.
I give them a 5.
I give it 1.
Neutral. A lot of it to me is performative.
Yeah.
And they're able to bring certain issues to the forefront, but without enough voter education so they can actually get things passed and get people elected to help get things passed. It's kind of like we're here, we're representing you guys, but are y'all getting shit done?
Right.
So right now, I don't know how powerful the caucuses are that aren't Republican leaning. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation to be had about.
That's what I think, Vic. And so that's why I gave it a 1. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I still have a lot to learn. Maybe next time I go, I might see it different. Yes, Derek, a 1. Because I didn't. For me, as a person who's intuitive, I didn't gain anything from it. I didn't walk away like I want to go back to South Florida and kill it. You know what I mean? I didn't get that from it. I could go to New York and do nothing and come back to Miami and I feel motivated.
Be like, New York has an energy. You be
Right,
like, I'm
right.
gonna
You see what I'm saying?
be strong and got nothing on me.
I could go there and do nothing. I went for my aunt's funeral and came back and I'm killing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just the energy it gives you. So I went there. I had a good time. I partied, but I didn't come back feeling like I was killing shit.
Yeah. New York definitely makes you think bigger. Maybe the caucus should be there. Maybe the event should be held in New York. That was the former capital of the United States.
Yeah.
So
All right,
yeah.
want to go to week 5?
Yeah, let's go.
Mayor Daniella Levine Cava.
Hey,
You
our
spoke
girl, our
to
girl.
your Miami-Dade County mayor about the budget. This was a really, really good interview. We're going to employ y'all to go back and watch this interview. We didn't get a chance to feature it properly. I feel bad about that, but we'll definitely circle back on it. But she talks about the budget, the drama, with nonprofits and how much it pained her. Like, I thought she was literally gonna cry in this interview. But yeah, go check it out. But here's the clip.
Not take heed to the fact that some of that funding was temporary. Do you feel like it was unfair with some of the, I won't say attacks, but some of the criticism that you received or your administration received because of it? Because I know that money wasn't guaranteed to a lot of the nonprofits for, you know, for subsequent years. They were told in advance that it was temporary.
So this personally caused me deep pain. Again, these are my friends, these are my collaborators, these are organizations that I helped to lead or partner. And I feel that, yes, it was very unfortunate that people chose to blame me personally. And I will say this, I think the commission did not take responsibility, several of them, for the fact that these were hard choices. And to just say that this is not the way to do it is not adequate. Again, $400 million shortfall. I cannot print money. We cannot have a deficit budget like the federal government. $400 million. This job has made me a fiscal conservative. These are very hard choices. And plus the way, as I explained it to you, which is the first time this has ever happened, where we really didn't even know until September the dollars that would not be spent by these constitutional offices that would come back to us. So we couldn't plan for it. We didn't know how much it would be. So I presented a responsible budget, a budget that covered the basic obligations of a county government. Did I want to cover all of these important community partnerships? Of course I did. And it was not possible.
And you know, she comes from that.
Did
You
you
know,
catch
she
the
comes.
shade?
Yeah, I got the shade to the commissioners.
She
You
said
know,
some of the commissioners did not have her back in the way that she felt like they should have. I said, "Oh, girl, who you talking about?" That's what I was thinking. Who you talking about? I
you
ain't gonna
know
name
who
no
she
names. I
talking
forgot
about.
to say. I know. I'm like, I ain't gonna name no names. I think I know a few who she talking about.
Yeah, you know what she talking about. We gonna be with some of them in a few weeks. But what I would say in her defense is that she came from nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
She started some of the nonprofits that she couldn't no longer fund based on the budget. You can tell it pains her. She's not happy about it. I just went to Guitars Over Guns. We have a partnership at Gwen Cherry Park, and they had their gala.
Their gala, right?
She was there, like, you know,
Yeah,
she
a
she
nonprofit.
she,
She comes from that world.
yeah,
That's my introduction to her is nonprofit
yeah.
running catalyst. Like I don't even know her as a politician. I know her as running a nonprofit. That's my
See,
introduction to her.
so I'll give her that one for sure. You know, maybe other things I don't know, but that one I'll stand in the paint for her.
How she broke down to that, and I think people, even myself, I didn't understand what the new constitutional offices would mean and how it would impact the county budget and services and things like that. And so, as you guys know, like the sheriff's office, the tax office, um, oh my gosh, what's the other one? The supervisor of
Of
elections, and
elections,
there's another one. There's like 4 or 5 constitutional offices that the state of Florida said they had to do because Miami-Dade County didn't have these offices as like offices that could have an elected official running them. And so, to her point, she's like, we didn't even know money that they didn't spend that will come back to the budget ahead of time. So when they started that planning process, they're going off of what they have in front of them at that time. They didn't even know that this money would come back to the pool, and they'd be able to divvy it up the way they have in the past. And so that's how it wasn't as big as a so-called it wasn't a deficit, because they keep taking my head off anytime I talk to one of them. They like, it's not a deficit, it was a shortfall. It was a shortfall, because you can't run at a deficit as a city or as a
the county.
or as a county, like the federal government can. So she's like, no, it was a shortfall. This is the amount of money that we had one year. This is the amount of money that we had the next year. So I'm glad she broke that down too, to say, hey, this is what I was presented. and this is what I came up with, and I ended up having to be the bad guy and take the fall for it.
And she had to give more money to the sheriff's office. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So even when she tried to make some things happen, that she ended up having to give way.
And our producer is telling us she actually has that sound bite. So if you want to tee that up, especially too, since we didn't be able to do that pre and post. I would like to give her that right now.
Yeah, let's do it for sure.
I see. Oh, I just want to go back to this while Derek is teeing that up. But someone said, let's pray for Saint Elizabeth in Jamaica. I know the storms are hitting our Caribbean brothers and sisters. So definitely want to, while we teeing that up, just send some positive energy out there to Jamaica and I think Haiti and Cuba was getting, hit by
a little
the
bit of the
hurricane.
DR too,
Is it Hurricane Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah. So prayers out to our Caribbean massive out there.
If y'all want to donate, you can go to gem.org, GEM.org. Also the Miami Foundation. If you want to donate and help out, those are two trusted sources that'll
Definitely.
really make sure that the money goes to the right place. Correct?
So never a deficit because we can't have it. So we called it a budget shortfall.
Gotcha.
In July, when we submitted the budget, we had a $402 million shortfall. And then because of the way the new county government works out with 5 constitutional offices all taking the money from the same pot, they don't have to tell us until the end of the fiscal year that they're not able to spend all of it, but they can't carry it over. So that kept giving us extra that we could use to plug some of the holes that unfortunately July we had to recommend to be able to balance that budget.
Oh wow.
Janey?
So that's how we got there.
That's right.
I would like to know, was this a more difficult budget season than any? And what
Absolutely.
before we get into like the nitty gritty, because I saw the headlines. Some people were really coming for you. They were swinging. What did you do to maintain your peace and balance during that time? Because I could tell it was a little stressful at times for you.
Yes. Well, thank you for that. And thank you for noticing my personal pain in that regard. Look, I came in 5 years ago as the first woman mayor, and I thought we were going to be really down the drain, if you will, because of the COVID pandemic and people out of work and businesses closing and so on. And the federal government mostly came to our rescue. So we were able to keep people going, rebuild the economy, become one of the most recovered in the country, and still get federal dollars to help us get through it. And those federal dollars ran out in this past year's budget. So that was one factor. Then the state cut a bunch of our funding. That was really hard, especially that affected transit, by the way. Our transit budget was 13% of that shortfall was transit.
Wow.
And then there were these 5 constitutional offices that were new, 3 of them brand new, and the other 2 that had been part of us, but we had worked much more collaboratively together. So now we had to spread that money further. And of course, they're setting up their own offices and infrastructure. And of course, sheriff wanted more. And the tax collector got the money first, collected the money off the top, and then didn't even have to tell us by the end of the fiscal year. Fortunately, by the time September final budget came around, we were able to get back about 77 million from the constitutional offices, and we were cutting other things, and there were some other revenues that we were able to identify, and one thing led to another, and we were able to restore a lot of the things that sadly in July we had to propose to cut to have a balanced budget.
She was really thorough in her explanations, and one thing I do like about interviewing Mayor Cava is she breaks it down for the everyday person. So if you watch an interview with us and we're talking to her about whatever issue is going on at the time or whatever initiative she has, she's breaking that stuff down like mathematics. I love it.
Yeah, I do too, man. And you know, you could tell that she cares about people. You know, like every politician, you know, they have a certain thing about them, but like, you know, you could tell the ones that genuinely care about the people, and I think she's one of those. You know, because you're never gonna get a perfect politician. It
At
just
all.
doesn't
They're
exist.
human. They're human. There's not a
Right.
perfect person. And the reason why I wanted to ask her that question about mental health because somebody sent me a picture of her and the hair, her hair wasn't even done, dog. Like it was like this.
I'm dead.
It was like this. And she was looking crazy. Her face was like she looked like she was just pissed off and stressed out. I said, you know, she usually keep that bob pressed and curled and tight and brushed. When I saw Mayor Cava, I said, and it looked like it's standing in the middle. I said, they got my good sis stressed the fuck out. Somebody said that to me. They was like, dang, they didn't have to do it like this. They could have picked a better picture than this.
Wow.
I was like, so I could tell she was really, really going through it because I've never seen her that like unkempt before. She's very much prim prissy. That hair, like I said, it's pressed and curled, you
Yeah.
know. And that picture had her like Hurricane Melissa hit her.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Mayor Carver. She's definitely a friend of the show. Gives us opportunity to talk to her pretty much every or in any
She gives you
series
the
that.
opportunity. They don't give me the opportunity.
Janae, we work as a team. She always asks for you every time I talk to her. So
Are you
yeah.
serious?
I
You know, I be
promise you.
thinking that the people don't really F with me like that. I feel like they be
No,
effing with me because of you.
no, not true. Not
Oh,
true.
that's
We do have to at some point get on that topic about people coming for you. Not right this second, but we have to do that. I know you like I'm ready. We almost to the end, so we'll save it for the outro, right? Let's dive into week 6 highlights. Janey and Senator Bullitt conducted a City of Miami Mayoral Forum.
Seems so long ago.
I know, right? Why should South Florida care about this race? Which candidates stood out, etc. You're going to hear about all of those things that we recapped. But any video, I guess, of the event, I was not there. I had another event that day. And Dwight Bullitt. It was something we were supposed to do together as That Part podcast. But I asked Senator Dwight Bullitt to step in. And he so gladly did. And he kills it as always, you know. I actually did one. Was it yesterday, Janae?
Yeah, are we airing that on that part or no?
No, we're not airing it, but you know, I'm just talking about it. Huh? Yeah, I believe so. I believe it was Munch too. I mean, we could figure it out or whatever, but
yeah, even if it's clips or something.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But I was able to host one yesterday, but I didn't have Janey. But at least, you know, people are utilizing us and taking us, you know, seriously and understanding that we can do this for real. So,
yeah,
and we're really good at it. That part. So, I guess this is our recap of the video, or it's probably going to show some of it. I'm not sure, but check it out. Miami's mayoral race and why every South Floridian should give 2 ass hairs.
Well, it's a practice run if you don't live in the city of Miami.
Even if you don't live in the city of Miami, the city of Miami is the seat to me of South Florida. Is literally the name of our market. So what happens in the city of Miami kind of dictates what happens throughout the market. So you want to know who's in leadership there, because everybody, no matter from Palm Beach to Florida City, we all interact, do business, shop, do something in the city of Miami.
Center, Heat
games, you know, Bayside, all these things are there. So Overtown, downtown Miami, Brickell. So even if you don't live in that area, you're probably doing business, you're probably visiting family, you're probably doing something in the city of Miami. So yeah, they may not directly affect your millage rate or your taxes or your city services, but things that you do, entertainment, business, in the city of Miami, you know, takes place there. And you definitely want to keep an eye out on a city that's of that size and that influences the culture and movement of Miami-Dade County and South Florida as a whole.
Some people even consider the mayoral seat in the city of Miami one of the most powerful seats in our state.
It's definitely one of the most powerful seats to
Yeah.
have. So, and it elevates you to a national platform as well. Like
Mhm.
City of Miami is an international city, so you want to pay attention. Also, to as someone who moderated this town hall, you're in for a treat. There are some spicy moments. There are some funny moments. There are some insightful moments. Please, let's keep an eye out on who shows up in our community. This was specifically curated for the people of Overtown, for Black Miami.
Yes, that was
Can I talk
good.
about how nice you looked in that? First of all, we shot that at,
Oh,
at
thank
my.
you, Papa Keith.
Of course, we shot that in my home, so that was
Your
the
beautiful
backdrop.
home.
Thank you. And we were able to do
Papa
the
Keith
show
is rich,
together.
y'all. Papa
I'm
Keith is
not.
rich. He
I'm
has a
rich in
very
the.
beautiful,
I'm rich in
beautiful
the blood
home.
of. Rich in the blood of Jesus Christ. Right, mommy? Love you, mommy. I'm rich in the blood of Jesus Christ. I just made my mom's night. I made it for all your cussing tonight. All right, so
But you know, I'm laughing on another level for you talking about Jesus.
see, amen. Thanks, mom. But you know, it was nice to do the show with you like right next to me, and we're gonna try to figure out that more as we move forward, and maybe when we do these special edition shows that we'll have throughout the year. But you know, to talk about this subject, do we have a little bit of the mayoral, Derica, that we could show just to, you know, just even a little bit? I don't even care what it is, just something to show the setting, and you know, and Janey interacting with them. That'll be you know, nice to be able to show them. If you could pull that up, I appreciate you so much. But Janey, yeah, you and Dwight did a really, really good job. I really enjoyed watching it. Huh? She
I
hasn't
haven't
teed up?
teed up. I wait.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well,
So y'all got Derica working, child. Yes. We'll have to give
yeah,
you a
she is
tip.
fully. Yeah, shout out to Lexus. Shout out to JJ in the comments. Janae, be kind. You're rich too. Also, okay. Thank you, Mama Kathy. Thank you, Mama Kathy. You right. I'm rich in the blood of the Lord, in the blood of the Jesus, and all of the things. Amen. Amen. Let the church say
Amen.
amen.
That part. See? There you go.
Yeah, we got Derek working. She earned it. She earning her coins tonight. No, I know she usually take naps during lunches. No, I'm just playing.
One time, it was really long. One
I think it was
time.
during the mayoral
It might have
candidate.
been, yeah, it was long.
Derek was like, "Look, this is long and it's nighttime, and I'm going to go to sleep."
That part. That part. She's like, stop doing me.
But no, the thing too that was interesting about that mayoral debate was the fact that they were kind of like Suarez and June Savage had a little back and forth, and then Ken Russell and Michael Hepburn had they little back and forth. It got a little spicy in there. So,
yeah.
like, look, did the debate get spicy?
Well, the one I did, no,
Yeah.
not at all. Because I set a different tone, to be honest with you. I was like,
Oh,
listen,
okay.
it's
So you
coming
told
down
them
to the
hoes.
wire. Focus on yourself. Like, let's not. But what happened is that we opened up the floor to have some of the constituents ask questions. It was the hardest thing ever. They used it as an opportunity to vent.
For real?
So I was like, so I had to get tight with a few of them because I'm like, so I'm like, sir, you've been talking for 2 minutes. You haven't asked a question yet. You know what I'm saying? But they use it as an opportunity to be like, well, you know, this and that, and you know,
that's what they did that to us at our Miami music panel. Like they used that time to be like,
vent.
oh, it's showtime at the Apollo tonight. They be like, this is my time to fucking shine. Everything I ever wanted to say and do.
Oh my
I'm surprised
gosh.
people don't start singing and tap dancing.
No, so that now is going to prevent me and prevent maybe others from allowing those opportunities to let the audience, you know. I think it'll be better if we just have them draw their questions and then, you know, hey, this came from this person, and
That's why
read
they
it
did it
out.
like that for our town hall, because
Yeah,
them people be itching.
yeah.
They
Trust me.
be itching to get it
And this old
going.
this old dude too, man. Like he didn't even want to give me back the mic. It's my mic. Like my man.
I know you probably be like, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm
I
like,
actually
my
have
man.
it teed up if you guys don't mind me sharing the screen. Oh, here it is. So
So I'm going to make noise until something changes.
Shoes.
What I have to say. And so
Oh,
And it's
please don't let her talk.
for
uh-huh.
film festivals. You can see it on Friday night if you want to at
I don't
Chris's
know
Gal.
what the hell they
His
talking
name
about. I'm trying
about
to get to the
drivers.
question.
I am a resident,
Oh my
part-time
gosh.
resident of Overtown, and you'll see that going forward, as you always did when I was mayor
This is
from
why Derek is the
1985 to
producer.
93. And
So the first question is, and we'll start here.
There we
Community
go.
governance for all candidates. In the past 2 years, what direct engagement have you had with residents of Overtown, Liberty City, or Little Haiti? Please share examples of conversations, partnerships, or initiatives where you have listened to or worked with residents. And this is for everyone.
Great question.
Well, that's a really good question, and that's one that I really love. In the last 6 years, I have visited more than 2,000 business. We have been going all over, and every time you visit a business in Overtown or anywhere in the city of Miami, you're going to find that there's a lot of businesses, I would say 90%, that are complaining that every time they're trying to open a business, it takes more than a year in order to open. Sometimes when you see a sign that they put up a business and they're 6 or 8 months later, they're actually putting the sign down, it's because they run out of money because they're paying rent. And nobody, the current government has done nothing in order to solve that problem. So a lot of businesses are going away, they're simply not opening, or when they open the business, they have already lost a lot of money. So that's my engagement, not only in Overtown, but in many parts of the city and the county. More than 2,000 businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of artists, a lot of sports people. So that's the experience that I have with the community engagement.
Next candidate.
Okay, so there's different ways that I have been through the community. I am a cyclist and I ride through this community. So I'm boots on the ground and I see where the homeless are. I see where there's no ADA compliance. I see where businesses are suffering. I'm the one that's at City Hall fighting for all you every Thursday for the past 15 years as an activist. Raise your hand if you know Lotus House Women's Shelter. Okay, Constance Collins. Last meeting, she had to beg for money. And I stood up, see, she did. I'm not telling you the truth. And I stood up and I told that commission she was an angel from God and that we should not have her begging there at City Hall. So you need someone that stands up for the people that are helping the people in your community. So that's what I've done for Lotus House. I will stand up for Lotus House because it's a program that works. So that is what I've done in the most recent. Thank you.
And so our producer also gave me a little, just to get to a little juicy part. She said, this is a part that I should go up to. Where is it? Where they got a little spicy. Am I there? Derek, don't ever let me do this again. Here it
This is
is.
why I don't trust some of the people up here. Because you just straight up, not you on this one. I'm talking about Russell. He just straight up lied to y'all. I can't even answer this question because this is, listen, we do not have a majority Black district in the city of Miami anymore. Y'all know that District 5 is not majority Black no more. So if you would span districts, there is no guarantee that you will have one representation in the city, let alone the one that we currently have now. So you are straight up lying. Second, when we talk about the city attorney office, and a lot of folks don't even know what the mayor does, because you can't go around directing departments and telling people what to do. That is the city attorney job, even firing the city manager job, even firing the attorney, all that type of stuff. Listen, I need y'all to do some research about how the city operates, how our charter works, and the powers of the mayor office, because most of the stuff you are hearing is just straight up not possible because the current system is full with corruption in no possible way for these initiatives to work. I am getting so frustrated because I talk to people every day that's leaving here. We lost 9,000 residents since I started running for mayor. That was Black. We have purged 40,000 people in my city from voter registration rolls. And I don't see no gusto, no fight, none of these people talking about that. So listen to me. Do your research. Stop voting for people because they got some handler or they got lobbyists or nice flyers. Do your research.
All right, thank you.
He should have paused it. He should have dropped the mic after that.
Yeah, he should have.
I didn't realize his voice was so high though. Do your research. Do your research. Sound like Medea.
Mike is gonna hate you. First, you said he had that look.
Listen, I like Mike. He didn't come to the debate. I did. I was kind of shocked about that.
Really interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
But you know, I wish him well nonetheless, man. But you know.
Not you called him Medea.
No, I didn't call him Medea. I said in voice sound like like Medea. You know, he went high with it. I mean, yes, you know.
Like when Medea be like,
it's like even like he got tight, but nobody's scared. You know, like that. I'm tired of y'all. What you gonna do?
That's why I can't say, hey, yo, give me that mic. He called me a liar. Let me get his motherfucking ass together. No.
But he's a good dude, man.
He's a good dude.
No, like, no, meaning like, you know, like he jumped out there. He's trying. And we need more young Black people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
in
do.
that space.
Just
So
with deeper voices, if according to you.
I mean, if you want me to listen to you. Bobby Kim, I need you
to. First of all, JJ, your voice is very deep, so you're not one of those, girl. You're not one of them. You got the people cracking up. But I really like the fact, and shout out to Black Men Win Together.
Does Jay have a high voice?
He does not have a high voice.
So what are you talking about? Sorry to cut you, Janelle. Like, I know Jay don't have no high voice.
He don't have a high voice. He said that because he's a part of the community, but he does not have a high voice.
Okay. I know that. Okay, cool. Lego.
This is hilarious. Look at this. You got the comments going.
We call it how we see
Michael
it.
Hepburn is not in the community.
He's in the what?
Michael Hepburn is not in the community. He's not LGBTQIA plus.
Do you know that for sure?
What?
It's a question, Janey. Come on, don't make it so dramatic. All I ask is, do you know that for sure? I am not calling that man gay. I'm just saying, or nor would I have a problem if he was. Jay, hope you heard that. Nor would I have a problem, Jay, if he was. I am just saying, do you know that for sure? That's all.
I think I know.
I mean, I need to see some proof.
What you want to see, the peen in the bus?
No, I mean, ain't got to be all that. But I don't see you on the road with nothing. I haven't seen it. I haven't personally seen it. I haven't personally. Thank you, Velveeta. She confirmed.
So she's laughing, saying not. You saying he a part of the community, not like
I was trying to get us to move off of it.
We are unhinged, Derica.
Let's go to.
That was a great Overtown thing. Shout out to the sponsor.
Oh yeah. Black Men Win.
I don't even know if we should mention them after.
I know, right? NAACP. It'd be your own people, right?
I know.
But we say things with love.
Yeah, no, y'all know this is why our show is cool, because we're gonna talk about some political stuff, but we're gonna throw some jokes in there too to make it entertaining. Like that's a part of the bit, you know. We're making it entertaining. But shout
We
out to
can't
Mike.
help
We love
ourselves
him.
when we have our own conversations. This is how we actually really
Oh,
talk.
and it'd be way deeper and way funnier than that. So y'all, I
Right?
hope nobody
So
ever records us.
yeah, I get a little tears tonight. All right, let's go to our next one.
Our fave this season.
Yes, this was our favorite this season. I can't lie. Sorry, Dwight. Love you. Godfrey, comedian Godfrey, man. We hung out with him. We got interview out of him. Saw his show. Always respected him. Speaking his mind.
Huge fan of Godfrey.
Yes, intentionally black. And, so we talked about the state of comedy, race, politics in America, and favorite things to do in Miami. Hulk. Smash.
Doing. It's really them. You know what I mean? It's them. I'm sorry. Because I really feel like, when you know how they say, let's move on. We got to move on. Yeah, but you're the only race that hasn't moved on. You're still acting the same way you acted in the early 1900s, and the 1800s, and the 1700s, and the 1500s. You're still calling people niggas. You're still mad. You're still treating people like second-class citizens because they don't look like you. You're still entitled to shit you haven't earned. This is the same attitude you had since the 1400s, since 1492. So you're the only ones that haven't moved on. You are the only ones. I'm talking about the people that still practice this.
Right.
There are some. And listen, I'm not saying that there are some whites to appease them. It's the facts. There are whites that are actually trying their best to learn Black history, that are teaching it.
Right.
Like a Tim Wise, Jane Elliott. There's people that literally know their shit and are trying their best, the allies. Because the problem is that they always say, here I go. They always say the one thing worse than a nigger is a nigger lover. So anytime white folks are trying to help, they're getting the same.
Oh, yeah, they're getting beat up.
That's why a lot of them hold back and just go with what's safe. But yeah, it's like the way that racism will go away is white male domination and humanizing people. Stop acting like we're these fucking, exotic animals. We're not exotic animals.
Not exotic
Trump be
animals.
like, they're stupid. They're dumb people. I don't like them. They're very bad. I hate them all. Well, state of comedy, you have the woke society, which was gentrified by whites. I mean, white folks took woke because woke was a black thing in the 90s with Spike Lee, with School Days. Wake up. We started that. Wake up. Shoot. Malcolm X was talking about wake up. You gotta wake up. Wake up. No. But the cancel culture, I think it's kind of fading away. The one thing I do admit I love about this administration now is that everyone's saying what the fuck you want. That's the one thing I like about this. That's it's like, oh well, if Trump said it, oh shit.
Yeah.
Trump be like, they're stupid, they're dumb people. I don't like them, they're very bad, I hate them all. They're pieces of shit, aren't they? Rosie O'Donnell, she's a fat pig, isn't she? So bad. But no, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that she should be name calling, but it's kind of giving us freedom. Comics are like, oh shit, they're acting a goddamn fool. This is great for us.
Godfrey, ladies and gentlemen, Godfrey. He's spitting the truth for the
Outspoken.
comedic take on it. Love it, love it. Definitely, Miss Belvita Tate. He was definitely doing that. And that's why I was happy to have him as a guest on the show, because I knew he would give us that energy, that DL Hughley gave us. But Godfrey's just Godfrey. Like, he super, super talented. And with the impressions and the jokes, we were cracking up.
Thanks for reminding us that we usually do have a comedian, a
yeah.
political, or but bringing up DL. So the first clip I really, really like, because I honestly, didn't really think of it that way. I ain't gonna lie.
You did?
You know what I'm saying? No, like how he broke it down. I didn't wrap my head around it. Like, I knew racism is not our thing to solve, right? But the way how he said, you guys need to get over it. And how he broke down all the things that they haven't, like forgotten about. You're telling us to forget about it. Oh, it happened a long time ago. Forget about it. But you're not doing that. You're the ones that are keeping everything, top of mind and blaming us and then given us a guilt trip of, well, it was 400 years ago or however long ago, y'all just get over it. But you can't get over it. You haven't gotten over it. You haven't grown. You haven't changed. And we've come so far. So, to hear him say it in that way was really like, wow.
No, I love his breakdown, and definitely too the white male domination and how they're a part of the problem. Like, they have suppressed and oppressed every group of people on this planet. And so white male hetero domination, like that has been the issue on this planet. And I was actually having this conversation with somebody this past week, and I was like, what did black people do? What did we do to lose? How come we didn't see this coming back at, it during history? Like, I think because we're giving people, we didn't expect that chattel slavery would be what it was, and that white men would make, weaponize our color and anybody who wasn't straight and white. But I was like, what happened? And it's really like, to me, they're a part of the problem. And until, like he said, until straight white men address straight white men and fix this problem, like it remains. It's, to me, I don't feel like, and he said this too. He's like, it's not on us to fix it. It's on them to fix it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I really enjoyed that. Also enjoyed the fact he talking about. I have a similar take on his position with Trump as well. Like, as much crap as Trump has done, his presence also has created some nuances that we needed to see, feel, and understand, and stop living in this delusion of certain things. So
respectability politics and being prim and proper and not saying what you feel. I kind of like the tell it like it is. I'm gonna tell you how I feel type of energy right now. I wish the other side did more of it, but Trump definitely ushered in that kind of like, F you, I don't like you. You're right.
And this is what I brought, remember in a last series, I brought it up in, in a topic, when we were talking about why a lot of black men ended up, voting for Trump, or, kind of became Trump fans, or whatever you want to call it. And a lot of it has to do with that masculinity, what I'm saying? And that bravado, like that stuff as men that we look up to, that stuff as men that we aspire, what I'm saying, to be in that type of position. So he emulates that. You understand? It's almost like he's like an athlete, or like what I'm saying, like an actor, or like,
and he's charismatic. He's funny too.
Viewed in that type of way. So, Godfrey really did his thing, man. Made it comedic. One of my favorite episodes for sure. One of my daughter's favorite episodes. So,
I think first of all, the views on that is going crazy. People are like, we just randomly found you in the algorithm. I saw some people even followed us from YouTube to Instagram and started following us or commenting and saying that they found the interview and thought it was hilarious. I got somebody who asked me to mail them an autograph because of that. I deleted that right away, but
they're probably watching tonight.
Hey, but I'm not sending you an autograph. But the interview is doing pretty good on YouTube, and I'm glad that people are able to see us and what we're doing, and thankful to Godfrey for giving us that interview in that time, because he was really, really dope. I think my favorite thing that he said was, when I asked him what's his favorite thing to do in Miami, he was like, smash.
Do we have that?
I think we have it teed up, Derek, right? Here you go.
To do in the city. And then also too, do you
sex? I want honeys. I want to smash. I'm not going to talk about the food. I want to smash all this
Coma, everybody, go got conga. I want that. I want to smash. I want to smash the Cubans, the Haitians. I want to smash. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Anytime you think of Miami, you think of asses and titties. That's it. I want to talk about, they have the sea. That. I want to smash. That's it. I want to swim in
That's
ass.
your favorite thing to do in Miami.
Yes. But I'd rather be in a hurricane with ass. Nothing beats hot women, Haitian, Caribbean. Oh, are you serious? I am single. I want to smash. That's it.
There you go.
At least I'm being honest. I want to smash. I'm not a creep. I'm a regular alpha male that wants to smash. Tell jokes. Got a nice fade. Teeth are straight. I'm in decent shape. Want to smash. What is the problem here?
You know what? You're single. You could do that.
I want to smash. Oh, smash! That's what's great about Miami. I'm not gonna be phony. This ain't a morning show. I want to smash.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Someone, I tell you, someone actually texted me and said, "You know, he said smash 13 times."
Wow, not they counted it.
They counted it, man.
He said Hulk smash. I lost
That
it.
was hilarious. At least he's being honest.
Look,
At least he's being
I had
honest.
no
Now y'all
problem
know what
with
they
it.
think of us down here.
But also too, a single man, he talking something, I got a nice fade, hilarious. Look, what coming to Miami, what else? There's other things to do, but I'm not mad at the honesty. I'm not mad at the honesty.
Of course not. It's honest, but it's really how the world looks at us. It really is.
No, that is
Us
that,
in Colombia.
that part.
Yeah, like that's what you're going in to do.
Well, my mom said her Uber driver follows Hollow News. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
We making some inroads down here. Hey.
But yeah, Godfrey was fun. If you have not seen any of these episodes, we urge you to go to our YouTube page, That Part Podcast 305 on YouTube, and check out any one or all of these while we're in hiatus. And
run 'em
you know,
back.
yeah, you know, and share them with people. I think I was asking if we could have gotten 350 subscribers, I think, and I think we're one away from that. So if anybody hasn't subscribed with us here, Vic, you a newbie, can you subscribe, please?
I've seen Vic in
anybody
the
else?
comments before.
No, he said in his first comment, he says his first time.
Oh, he did? Oh, I thought I feel
Mhm.
like I seen Vic name before.
No, that's Vic.
But also,
That's Vic from the Nomi Village.
oh, did I meet Vic before?
No, you didn't meet Vic before. You met his partner.
Oh, okay.
That's what we met
Gotcha,
with.
gotcha.
Say he
I
said
don't know. I
no first. No.
don't know, Vic. I think we met at Studio 183 a couple of weeks ago. If they're partners, I
That's
can't
a
remember.
possibility. That's a
Yeah.
possibility.
But no, what I was gonna say is the first step to monetization is 500 subscribers. So it used to
Oh,
be,
damn.
I think years ago, and I had that information still stuck in my head. I think it was 300. Now it's
Yeah.
500.
All right.
To
We'll
get
get there.
to get to the super chat. Oh yeah, see, I met Vic. Shout out to Vic and Nomi Village. We're gonna work together at some point. We're gonna get it going with Hot Vibes. But
We
yeah,
can work
so
with
we
them.
gotta
We
get
can work with their stuff too, because I've done a barbecue event with them, and we did an activation there with Just Vote Period. They're really cool to work with. I love the space.
I know.
So,
I
you
love
know.
the space too.
Mm.
So
we it don't have to be our stuff. If they do something, they'll invite us to work with them.
right? Yeah, we could do kind of
Mm.
like a little test situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, 500 subscribers. So y'all share this with 150 more people, so we can get to the first tier. And what that'll allow us to do is super chats. I think that first tier of monetization. So that as you're watching us, like the episode with Godfrey and the other ones even the the mayoral town hall that had a lot of views on it too. So when we have a lot of viewers like that, it allows people to be able to pay for super chats, and that's a way for us to make money off of what we're doing. Because as you guys know, this is a labor of love, and we invest our own money. And this is 4 seasons now, 4 series now, where we have been investing our own money. So we definitely want to start bringing in advertisers and partners and figuring out ways to, supplement the revenue source for that part podcast so it can become sustainable. And that's a way for us to do that. So y'all make sure y'all sharing is caring in a real way, like allowing us to get to that point of monetization will definitely help us out to keep this going in the long run.
Oh, great. Thank you, Janey. Vic, Hurricane Relief in the Works will reach out. Sounds great. Love to help out with that, be a part of that. Yeah, listen, this series was amazing. I feel like I'm very proud of what you and I have done here, Janey. I'm big on consistency. And we've been consistent. We've had some really rough times, some trying times in our personal lives, you know what I'm saying? And we managed to, maneuver through and still, make the show happen, like just the traveling, me broadcasting from New York, the funeral the next day, like just all the nuances that's been happening and other things in the past. I just love our dedication to this. And again, knowing that we're not making any money on this and we still believe in it, we still, put forth, a good product and take it seriously. I'm very happy and proud of you and glad to have this partnership with you. And then even with That Part podcast, we've even cemented more of a relationship with High Low News and Just Vote, period. Now we're moving together into different spaces. Like I said, we're going to be at karaoke in the Gardens on Saturday. That's going to have like 20,000 people registered out there. That's going to be crazy. And then the following week, another 15, 20,000 with Jazz in the Heights. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to be out there representing, the brands. When you see the dually out now, it's got all the brands, the dually's out, pumping the music at different events. You'll see it. You'll see High Low News. You'll see Just Vote. You see That Part podcast. So, just really, really proud of you, Janey. I know it's been tough, but I couldn't ask for a better partner in crime to do this. The person who really helped to introduce me to this political world, and here we are. All of these years later, doing a political podcast. I would have never imagined that.
Oh my gosh, it's just like this is amazing, and I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else but you. Again, as always, thank you for taking me on this journey with you. And you had this idea to do the podcast, and wanting me to be your co-host. It's been an amazing journey. It's opened up doors and solidified us, and gave High Low News and just myself that cosign, that extra cosign in the community that is so valuable to me, really invaluable to me. So of course, like I told you offline, like you are, and not to make you feel like older or anything, but you're like the OG. Like legit grew up listening to you. So the fact that we're like close friends, like sometimes it's like kind of wild to me. I'm like, this is dude I've been listening to on the radio and remember seeing you on TV commercials and things like that. So like this is really, really dope. And I'm glad that this season I feel like even forged a deeper bond in our working relationship and our personal relationship and how we have each other's back. I'm so grateful for like how we've grown in our friendship. Something that I will value forever. And doing this show has definitely been a highlight of my year. Even when I don't feel like it, like it's something when we cut the lights on and we're on, like the fun, the joy, the excitement that I get during the show, it always shows up. And I feel like we both do a great job of like whatever's going on, we leave that out there and we come and show up and be present for our audience, because that's how much this work means to us. And so I hope that, that we continue to grow our audience and they really feel like the love and passion that we have and how genuine we are about informing our community and making sure that they have the things that they need to do, to make the best decisions for themselves in their life. So thank you, publicly to give you your flowers for allowing me
Appreciate you.
to do this show with you. This has been a great season. Great, great, great season. I ain't,
Yes,
I ain't
definitely.
gonna act like I ain't gonna be looking forward to this break though.
I know we need it. I'm going on vacation second week in
I'm burnt the fuck
November.
out.
I'm taking 2, maybe 3 weeks off in December. I am so looking forward to a break. For sure, for sure. But I also want to take this time and thank a lot of our family and friends
Yes.
that have been supporting us. I'm talking about every single episode. Thank
Yes.
you from
Y'all in the
beginning
comments
to end.
now.
You have some people from beginning to end. I don't want to name any names because it's a lot of you, but
Somebody out.
we really appreciate it so much. Your loyalty and your support means the world to us. You know how much this means to us. So, like, for you to give us that back, it's priceless and it's much appreciated. It keeps us going. It makes me want to like give you a better product, do more. Like, okay, how deeper can we go? Like, how can we outdo DL? Okay, we got Godfrey. How can we outdo Godfrey now? Like, that's how that's how we're thinking, and that's the path that we're on. Is just to, just bring excellence to you, Black excellence. But thank you for your attention to this. It's important to us. I
No,
appreciate it.
yeah, definitely our audience, which is literally our family and friends. We love y'all, love y'all, love y'all down. But another person that's family to me and now family to you, who we could not do this show without, is Derica Trinice James. I went middle
Yes.
name on you. Derica, our podcast producer, the managing editor of High Low News, she gives us her evenings to do this show live with us. And I am so, so grateful to be on this journey with my baby sister, who is just an amazing, amazing media professional, journalist, and all the things, an editor and producer. Derica, we literally, look, no, for real. Y'all need to give Derica some applause or something. I need something in the chat for Derica because we don't have a show without Derica. Like, it's literally from the guests to the graphics to the questions. Derica's teeing up all the stuff. Like, there is no show without Derica. So the best hire we could have done. Like, the best.
Yep. Definitely. And thank you also to iHeart for giving us that opportunity. We're looking to take it up a notch. So as we work on those things, we're gonna have some time to work on them. A goal of ours was to be on the Black Effect Network. So we're working on all those things during our off season, and hopefully when we come back officially, like I said, we'll do some little chiming in throughout the year, but when we come back officially by Juneteenth, hopefully we'll be in position. So y'all pray on that for us, because we trying to grow this thing. We're committed to it. So
and we taking Derica with us, okay?
keep rising to the top.
Yes.
All right. Well, we started late, and we going on 2 hours. I don't want to hold y'all. I know y'all got to get up. Some of y'all got to study. Some of y'all got to just go in your beds. You know what I mean, and get some
gotta
rest.
roll up. Somebody gotta drink, sleep, watch their shows.
All of those things, you know what I mean? So we want to be respectful for your time. So we're gonna. It's so hard for me to end the show because we'll be back, but it's just we're getting at a long hiatus, so it's like bye, But we know all of you, and we're here for you throughout. And take me up on that offer for improv tickets. And connect with us. Make sure you follow High Low News. Get all the information, updates on what's going on. Follow That Power Podcast 305 on YouTube and Instagram. So when we pop back up, and then follow us personally as well to see what we got going on. Janey Tate, it's up there right now on social media. Papa_Keith, Just Vote period, at High Low News. All right, and we'll see you out in these streets. Enjoy your holidays.
Tomorrow, I never do this, but I do my own podcast for High Low News called That Can We Talk Podcast. So go to High Low News page, subscribe, go to our YouTube page, and we'll be on. We do a weekly news show where we do hot topics, guest interviews. it's a news show similar to like Don Lemon or Roland Martin or Amanda Seales, where we're talking about the news of the day or the week. So yeah, I should give a shout out to that. So I never
Absolutely.
do.
I mean, High Low News is a sponsor. You know what I mean? So you should definitely done
I
that.
always forget.
It's like the thing I complain about. I could promote everybody else's shit with excellence, and then to talk about my own stuff, I'm the worst Negro in the world. What can I
Me
tell you?
too. I not the best at it, but yes. Can we
Yeah.
talk tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube and Facebook? So yeah, y'all come check us out. We got a good show tomorrow.
Peace out, y'all. Love ya.
Love you. Thank you, Derica.
D.